Now, as United States and China begin trade talks, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has said he has very good conversations with their Chinese counterparts. Mnuchin is in Beijing to cool trade tensions between the two nations. The discussions are expected to cover a wide range of U.S. complaints about China's trade practices. The U.S. accusations ranges from forced technology transfers to state subsidies for technology development. Earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump praised his relationship with Chinese President Xi Jinping as the U.S. team arrived in Beijing on Thursday for the talks with the U.S. Embassy in Beijing. The U.S. Embassy, in Beijing said the U.S. delegation planned to meet Chinese officials on both days before leaving on today evening. Meanwhile, China has expressed hopes that the outcome would be mutually beneficial. And to give us more details on this news story, I am joined in by our foreign correspondent Siddhant Sibal, who's joining me on the phone line. Siddhant, what could be the possible breakthrough to emerge out of this U.S. trade delegations meeting in China?
Well, of course, a breakthrough deal to fundamentally change China's economic policies is viewed as highly unlikely during these 2 days of talks. But the tariff measure, which have been imposed both by Washington and China, could be delayed. That is something that is expected on the court. Of course, the discussions are led by the U.S. Treasury Secretary and the Chinese Vice Premier, and these are 2 days talk. And of course, before that, as you have already mentioned, that U.S. President tweeted that our great financial team is in China trying to negotiate a level playing field on trade. Because remember, trade has been a contentious issue between Washington and Beijing, with both sides going to the fact that they have been putting tariffs. And of course, the tweet by the U.S. President also said that he's looking forward to being with the Chinese President Xi Jinping in not too distant future. So we can expect some kind of meeting in coming days. But of course, right now on the mind is North Korea, or whether it's Beijing, whether it's Seoul, or whether it's Washington. Both the leaders are expected to meet during the G20 meeting in Argentina, or the EPEC meeting, which are usually the forums where both the leaders have been from Washington and from Beijing have been meeting. But remember, trade is something that has been a thorn in the relationship between China and U.S., and trade deficit is another issue. But remember, this issue has brought many countries closer also, because recently we know that Indian and the Chinese leader met, and yesterday only the Chinese ambassador in New Delhi tweeted about how tariffs have been removed for Indian medicines, because remember, trade deficit is also an issue between New Delhi and Beijing. So trade is an issue which can bring countries closer, or can also be, in a sense, fundamentally change the relationship between any two countries.
Right, Siddhant, also I'm going to request you to just hang in there. We will come back to you. For now, let's listen into what China had to say. They've released their statement. Here's the spokeswoman for China speaking. Let's listen into what China has to say.
我们已经说过，中方呢欢迎美国总统特使、财政部长率团来中国进行就中美的经贸问题进行磋商。那么据我的了解呢，磋商刚刚开始，正在进行。我没有什么最新的情况来向你介绍。至于你谈到对中方对成果的期待，其实昨天我已经在这儿应询，简单的说了一下我的想法。因为谈我们是欢迎的，但是这种谈必须是基于平等和相互尊重的谈判和磋商，那么它的结果应该是互利共赢的。
All right, Siddhant, we just heard what China had to say. You know, China is saying that they have welcomed these talks. And we all know that, there's investors are closely keeping an eye on the US-China trade talks. What sort of an impact can we expect on the global market, especially the Asia markets? Are they going to be subdued, or is there going to be an upswing? What sort of impact?
Well, markets, of course, waiting with a bated breath, because these are two very large economies, the #1 economy in the world and the #2 economy in the world. And if they fight, well, everyone is going to lose. And that has been commentary from other countries as well, because remember, India will also suffer, because these are two countries, if they put protectionist barriers against each other, other countries will also suffer. And increasingly, we have seen not only the two large economies are putting protectionist barriers, but across the world, there has been a feeling that protectionism is increasing. And of course, India has also been targeted. India has been named also by many times by the US president. So this is something that is on the top of the mind of every policymaker, starting from the Davos meeting earlier this year, which happened, of course, in Switzerland, where that was the topic, which was the trending topic. So clearly, protectionism is something that is worrying the world policymakers. And when these two countries meet together, today is the second day of meeting, people obviously will expect some kind of deliverables from the meeting. And if it's a positive outcome, if both at least say that, okay, we'll delay the tariffs which have been announced by both Washington and Beijing, it will be a positive news. And of course, markets obviously will react in a positive manner. But of course, as of now, we really don't know anything what is happening during those trade talks. Of course, the US Treasury Secretary has commented in Beijing, but we can expect some kind of development happening in next 24 hours.
Right, Siddhant, even though Asia markets have been subdued, let's hope that something solid emerges out of these trade talks between US and China, and that the trade war is finally put to an end. Thank you so much, Siddhant Sibal, for bringing us all those details.